Hi and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to give you brutal but truthful and honest advice regarding UK visa sponsorship jobs now, which means if you're already in the UK on visa sponsorship, it applies to you. If you're in the UK looking for visa sponsorship jobs, it applies to you. If you're out of the UK considering relocating to this country through any of the pathways, this also applies to you. So it's absolutely crucial that you watch this video till the very end, because it's not a coincidence that this has found you. So if you haven't joined this family, by the way, hit the subscribe button below, because you want to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here, because I'm very passionate about free visa sponsorship jobs and the best opportunities to relocate to the UK without spending thousands and thousands of pounds. And in case you're not aware, by the way, thousands of people have been given deportation letters to leave the UK because of the way and the means that they chose to be able to get visa sponsorship jobs. This is something that I don't want to dwell too much into, but as I tell you now, it is a massive tsunami. But don't worry, I'm going to tell you in today's video what do you need to do if you are in that situation or that circumstance. So drop a comment in the comment section below. Which country are you watching from? This helps to give tailored guidance that is specific for your circumstances. And so what is the first advice that I need to talk about? The first thing is that nobody can guarantee you a legit job in the UK. And by the way, I do have a career coaching program where I offer guidance with all of this. If you need to contact me directly, check the comment section below. You're going to see my WhatsApp number as well as my email address and my contact details, so that after watching this video, then yes, you can contact me directly. But I also have a free newsletter. You see a link in the comment section below. It's free to join that newsletter so that I send you information directly to your inbox about jobs in the UK, NHS jobs. What are the best opportunities to pursue? How should you progress in your career in the UK? Because let me tell you, what I'm really passionate about is career progression in the UK. Now you're here, then what? Because 13 years ago, when I started my own UK journey, I was a carer in a nursing home, but I've now progressed to the most senior clinical nursing job as an advanced nurse practitioner. So I'm sharing with you those processes that I've personally gone through, and I've got extensive knowledge, experience in all these different sectors and these things that I talk about. In fact, I get paid a lot of money by UK organizations and companies to be able to support them with their recruitment processes and to support their staff with career progression, recruitment, jobs, and all of that. So I'm talking from a place of experience and from a place of know-how. So no guarantees, and this includes my coaching program, because when I'm talking about the fact that nobody can guarantee you a job, I'm not excluding myself. I am included, because I've got a private career coaching program which people have to pay to be members of that program. It's not a lot of money, but you have to pay because it brings that commitment, and it also helps to manage my time, because I can't just come out and say, hey, I'm going to offer one-to-one guidance to every single person who wants a job in the UK or who wants career progression. No, that's what my YouTube channel is here for, as well as my social media platforms. My Facebook page, I put info every single day so people are updated. Which means if you pay, for example, to join my coaching program or any other program, I mean, there are lots of people that offer different services, there is no guarantee. The reason I'm saying there's no guarantee is because personally, let me speak for myself, I only support people to apply for legit jobs, which means legal employers that recruit overseas workers. If you're somebody who needs sponsorship, obviously that's the assumption here, then those are employers that will not charge you for any of the COS or for anything through the process. But let me tell you something, rightfully, they expect you to be impeccable, to know the job, to understand what is expected during interviews, but most importantly, what is a job description and person specification. And that's why in my coaching program, these are the things that I focus on. It's not saying to you, this is the employer that is going to offer you a job within 1 month. No, because it is impossible. There are no guarantees. I make this known publicly. I make this known privately if you contact me, because when there is anything that anybody is putting money into, it is crucial that your money is well spent. It is crucial that you know what you're doing. And so there are no guarantees. But you may be started thinking, Melvis, and by the way, if you want to find out more information about my private coaching program, check the description box, below, or the about section of this channel, and you'll see all information there. You see what it entails, who it's for, how much it costs, the duration. I make the information publicly available because it helps you to make more informed choices, doesn't it? Of course. So drop a comment in the comment section below and tell me, which UK jobs are you interested in? Which jobs are you applying for? Have you started applying? Have you had any feedback? Do you have any questions? Because I'm going to join you in the comment section below to be able to provide more details to better support your personal circumstances. But I always say YouTube is good for a heads up. Ultimately, one-to-one guidance is the best. And we have our live session today, by the way, where we're going to go through a lot of information. How do you apply for these NHS jobs, visa sponsorship jobs, which ones allow dependents, what about nursing progression, free courses, so you're paid to work and study at the same time in the UK without paying tuition fees. Look, this is how I've been able to progress in this country. That's why I can never stop talking about it. Where you're paid to work and study, on the job training, nothing beats that. If there's one thing you're going to take from this video, that's what it should be. So drop a comment in the comment section below and say on the job training, because it is a massive opportunity. So like I've said, there are no guarantees, and that's why I'm always upfront. But you may be sat there thinking, Melvis, there are no guarantees. What is the success rate with your coaching program? Currently, the success rate is 80%, which means if I have 10 people in my coaching program, which I've got hundreds and hundreds of people, I'm always guaranteed that at least 8 of those people will definitely 100% get a job during the time that they're in the program. But what I always say is, if you've been in the program, for example, for 3 months or 4 months, that is a good period of time for you to really absorb all of what is required of you. So when you're no longer a member of the program, because every option has an end, there's always a beginning and an end, I ensure that you have all the tools that you need. And shortly after, I should be hearing that you've got an interview, because to get updates about all of that. So very, very important. You don't want to come to the UK illegally. You want to make sure that you're doing things the legit way. And that's why I keep talking about it here. If you're watching this video and you're still back home, if you're tempted to pay to get a COS to come to the UK illegally, please don't do it, because when you get here, you're going to get stuck. It is very, very terrible, and Home Office has given deportation letters to many of our colleagues, and it is very, very heartbreaking, And one thing I'm going to say also is that when it comes to those guarantees, you need to take responsibility. Many of us don't take responsibility. We're just like, hey, I've paid somebody, I'm just waiting. When you spend money and when you want to achieve something, you need to put in the effort and the time to be able to not only be well informed, find information, but you need to take part in the process. You need to be part of it. And that's why if you're in my coaching program, I'm going to say to you, you are applying for those jobs. I'm not applying for you. You are doing the applications. I'm making sure you've got the tools. How do you apply? Who are the employers recruiting? What are they looking for? Do you need support with supporting statements? Do you need CV samples? I'll support you with all of that. But ultimately, you are submitting the application because you will be doing the job. And these employers will not give you an opportunity if you don't pass the interview. And let me tell you something, even NHS, the interviews are getting more and more technical, which means if you show up and you don't know what it's about, it's very difficult to succeed, because the competition is at its highest level that it's ever been. So drop a comment in the comment section below and say, Melvis, I will succeed. The reason I'm saying this is because there is power in the word. There is power in the word. So what's the next thing? The next thing is that it is going to take longer than you expect. Let me tell you, if you think that you should be in the UK within the next 3 months, it's probably going to take you 4 or 6 months, which means when you anticipate anything, you need to add at least 3 extra months in it. I'm saying this out of love, out of respect, out of empathy, and just to be honest with you, it takes longer than you expect, I tell you, because I've got people now that got jobs with the NHS 2-3 months ago. They're still going through pre-employment checks, but it varies per person, because I've got people who are bank managers, they're very busy. Some people are entrepreneurs, some people are working in domiciliary care, they're so busy to follow up anything, and everything just takes a little bit more time for majority of people who are doing this. So set realistic expectations and goals for your objectives. Don't be unrealistic. Don't try to beat yourself up. For example, if I can put it that way, when things are not going the way you expected them to go, it's always going to take longer than expected. And this takes us beautifully to the next point. But before I even talk about this, start early. That's the secret. If you want to relocate in June next year, you should already be applying for jobs now. so that by the time it's June, you've already got everything sorted. You don't just sit at home and you're like, hey, I really want to relocate to the UK by 2025. I don't want to be in this country anymore. That doesn't work. Procrastination is a killer of dreams. I keep saying this. So drop a comment in the comment section and say, Melvis, no more procrastination, because procrastination is the problem. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start today. I'll do this one. I cannot do this one. I've seen this person. All of that is just going to suck up your energy. You need to maintain positive attitude. And that's why when I come on this channel, I always say that everything that I share and the information and everything is only for the top 1% of people. It's not for everybody. I'm not for the masses. Let me tell you something, because when you try to help everybody, you end up helping nobody. And that's why in my coaching program, I'm able to dedicate my time to those people, because I know everybody in the program. I have their CVs. I know where they work, where they've worked, whether I've got experience, no experience, they require a course, what qualifications do they have, what job is best for them. And this is really, what like just makes all the difference. In fact, I've just received a text message from one of the members of my coaching program. Just I'm recording this video because I'm using and she said she just submitted her visa application because she got a job with the NHS. So I'm going to call her after this. It's just something that's popped up on my screen, and I'm really excited because it's taken us a while to be able to get to this point, but I'm so pleased that she was patient. She's been one of the best people that I've had actually in my coaching program. And I'm currently in the process of making plans so that I can invite those people, to my channel here, interview them so they can share their experiences. The 20% of people who don't get jobs while they're in the program, to talk about that as well as the 80% of people who successfully get these life-changing opportunities with their family. So it just popped up on my screen and I thought, well, I need to talk about it because I'm going to call her after this. So the next point is money. You don't need money to relocate to the UK. Like I said before, my coaching program, for example, is paid. It's not free. You need to pay to be a member. But if you're somebody who is like, oh my God, I'm so broke, I've got no money. You don't need to pay anybody, me or anyone else, to come to the UK. Apply for jobs. That is how you get a job in this country. I'm not sitting here to say you need to spend money here, you need to pay this. No, you can relocate to the UK without spending any money. And this is the reality. The thing is, when you contact people and ask them for help and ask them for support and all of that, if people have any terms and conditions, then they're going to put them forth and say to you, well, I can do this and this is how much it's going to cost you. But if you're doing it yourself, you don't need to spend any money. And there's a lot of information on social media. There's a lot of information here on YouTube. There's a lot of information on the government website, the companies that are recruiting. This information is publicly available to everybody. And all you need to do is take your time, because that's the difference. If you join my coaching program, for example, I'll sit with you one-to-one to go through that info. If you need any links, I'm going to send them directly to you. But if you're not in my coaching program, then you have to do the work yourself. You need to go out. The information is there. It's a matter of patience. It's a matter of tailoring the guidance and advice that you get to be able to suit your circumstances. On this channel, I have shared information about visa sponsorship jobs that allow dependents, visa sponsorship jobs that don't allow dependents, jobs that are, NHS jobs. You've got everything you need. It's a matter of confidence and saying to yourself, I've got this. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot, there are amazing YouTubers on here. There are amazing people on, all over the place that share really amazing information. So you should check that out. And one thing I'm also going to say is, when it comes to links, I'm somebody that I personally do not share links, job links on YouTube. I don't. I used to, but I stopped. And I have no plans to continue that. And the reason I'm saying this is because when you have a job opportunity and you share that link, it's not because you don't want to share the link. It's not because you don't want people to apply. It's because you want the right people to apply. For me, that's what it's about. That's why I always come up to say, I'm interested in the 1% of people, not the masses. No, because when you try to help everybody, I tell you, you end up helping nobody. When you share one link, for example, and you put a YouTube video, obviously that video is going to get loads of views because, for obvious reasons, you're going to get, if you get 20,000 views, some of those videos get 50,000 views, 100,000 views, but the chances of any of those people getting that job is very, very low. Why? Because every Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to submit any kind of application to that. If anybody's got any CV, they're going to submit their CV, their aunt, the uncle, any aunts, and literally everything. And I don't like that. That is one of the things that employers don't like. And that's why many employers are now deterred from recruiting overseas workers. Because when you have one link and thousands of people apply, it is very distressing for the employers. With teaching jobs, for example, they used to recruit loads and loads of overseas workers. Now, teaching jobs are recruiting less because of this reason. So, there are certain decisions that when I take, I'm focused on the few people that are genuinely interested, not in the thousands of people. No, because that's not going to help the few people that are genuinely interested in these opportunities. And if you're somebody who's been wondering, hey, Melvis, what's going on here? I'll share the opportunities, but I expect you to be able to make that effort. The reason I'm saying this is when you share a good opportunity, you explain to people where to go, how to apply, where to get the links, few people will go to check. Those few people have a higher chance of success than when you have 100,000 people submitting 100,000 CVs for one opportunity. Everybody will lose out. No, that's why I say I'm not for the masses. I'm for the few people, the 1% that will walk the talk. So drop a comment in the comment section and say, Melvis, I'm part of the top 1% because it's a choice to be in this circle. It is not a choice to be part of the 99%. You're part of the 99% because you're alive, a human being, and existent. To be part of the top 1%, it's a choice that you're making daily. It's going to take sacrifices, effort, and all of that, but that's the point. So, like I said, with all these 3 points, this is what you need. If you can make up your mind to be efficient, to be part of the top 1%, you will succeed in your dream. So that when you come to the UK, it's not only about getting that job and relocating here, but it's about career progression. You're progressing in your career because it is not what you do in this country or how you come here that matters. It is what you do. Are you taking advantage of the opportunities? Drop a comment in the comment section and say, Melvis, I will implement this. Also, if you need to contact me, like I said, check the comment section. You'll see my contact details. You can contact me directly. Hit the subscribe button by if you haven't subscribed because you don't want to miss out on all the fantastic info that I share here. Contact me if need be. Check this out.